What's happening, guys? Sam Adams here, and welcome to a brand new episode of The Drop, the weekly show where I let you know the hottest games coming out across the PlayStation 4, the Xbox One, the PC, the Switch, whatever they might be coming out on, we will talk about them right here. Of course, this week's still a bit of a light week because everybody is getting back into the groove of things, prepping for the giant year of releases we have for the rest of 2020, but there are still some games worth mentioning. So without further ado, let's go ahead and dive into it. To kick things off this week, we have Moons of Madness coming out on the PS4 and the Xbox One. A mysterious signal has been recorded coming from the Red Planet. The message confounded Orochi scientists. Their analyst broke it down and determined it was of intelligent origin. Orochi management immediately concluded that the discovery was too sensitive for public knowledge and moved to keep it hidden. In secret, the corporation began construction of Invictus, a state-of-the-art Mars research outpost designed to identify the true nature of the message. You are Shane Newhart, a technician stationed at the Invictus, and your security clearance means you are completely unaware of the existence of the mysterious signal. Your job is simply to keep the lights on until the transport ship Kyrano arrives, bringing with it a new team to take over your duties. Soon you discover strange and unusual setbacks. The security team is on lockdown, the greenhouse is flooded, and there is a Martian dust leaking into the infirmary. Things are starting to fall apart. You begin seeing and hearing things that aren't there. Visions, hallucinations, or is that even what it is? Is this real, or are you slowly descending into madness? In a lot of ways, this game reminds me of Soma, a game that came out a couple of years back that got a lot of good publicity, largely regarded as one of the best horror games of the last generation. But this does bring something new to the table. It's a bit more psychological than something that is just, oh no, there are aliens on Mars, that kind of thing. However, if you are into sci-fi, if you are into horror, this is totally one to check out. And again, it's coming out this week on the PS4 and the Xbox One, but it's out right now on PC via Steam. Next up, EarthNight is making its way to the PS4, but this is not a new game. It's actually out now on Apple Arcade, and on top of that, it's out on PC and Nintendo Switch. EarthNight is a painting brought to life and a love letter to classic arcade games. Dragons have taken over the Earth and humanity has fled to space. You must help Stanley and Sydney skydive back to Earth while careening across the backs of massive snake-like dragons as they soar high above the planet, all while an original chiptune soundtrack pounds away in the background. Every moment is intense and layered with intricacy. We intend to change the way you think about auto-runner games by designing on a much grander scale, and again, it's available on Apple Arcade and Nintendo Switch, now launching on PS4. Now, as the description does say, this is an auto runner, so don't go in expecting some kind of intricate platformer because you're not going to get that. It simply is not made to be that. Again, this game launched as an Apple Arcade game, now being ported to multiple devices, and people are really enjoying it. So if you are into auto runners, if you are looking for something very laid back to play that does have a good bit of charm, a ton of style, then you should check out EarthNight when it launches this week on the PS4, or you can pick it up now on PC or the Nintendo Switch, as well as Apple Arcade. And to round out today's top releases, we have Lumini coming out on the PS4, the Xbox One, and the Switch. A long-forgotten species, a hostile planet, and a journey of discovery. Welcome to the world of Lumini. Having vanished without trace for thousands of years, an innocent race of creatures known as the Lumini have returned to their home world. Sadly, time has not been kind, and the balance of the planet has shifted, turning the once gentle environment into a hostile landscape. Only the Lumini themselves can restore balance and help revive their long-dormant race before adapting to preserve the future for generations to come. Explore the Lumini home world in this relaxing flow-style adventure, overcoming obstacles and keeping your swarm safe while collecting the planet's energy to bring back your fallen comrades. Split and reform your swarm, evolve and discover new abilities to bring the Lumini back to their former glory. So essentially the idea of the game is that you go from checkpoint to checkpoint gathering lights, and that replenishes the lost Lumini that you unfortunately lose along the way because of enemies and whatnot attacking your swarm. Now, people have said this is a very relaxing experience. In fact, the developers have said during development they tried to make the most relaxing game ever made. So with that being said, you probably aren't going to be getting any kind of over-the-top experiences, any kind of action-packed adventure sequences within the world of Lumini. It's a very relaxed, laid-back game. Not a bad thing, just letting you guys know. So if it sounds like something you might be interested in vegging out to, Lumini is coming out this week on the PS4, the Xbox One, and the Nintendo Switch, and you can check it out right now on Steam, where it sits at a very positive rating. And before we go, we do have a couple of honorable mentions. First off, Oddworld Stranger's Wrath HD is coming to the Nintendo Switch. Warhammer 40k Space Wolf is coming to the Switch as well. Rugby 20 is coming out on the PS4, the Xbox One, and the PC. And finally, Kingdom Hearts 3's Remind DLC is coming out on the PS4 before launching on Xbox One later next month on February the 25th. But that rounds out this week's episode of The Drop. If you enjoyed this one, drop me a like down below. And of course, if you enjoy the content, you like what you see, hit that subscribe button, because you can always catch The Drop on Sundays and the Jam Pack Report, a daily gaming news show throughout the week, now weeknights instead of week mornings. It's going to be a whole lot better on my schedule, I'll tell you that right now. But until next time, you guys have a fantastic rest of the week. I'll talk to you soon, and peace.